Have you ever seen those pictures of the Queen where she's just making the creepiest face? Like, I think she's trying to smile, but there's just so much knowledge and so many secrets behind those eyes that it's just not a smile, and then it sort of turns into like an international meme sensation. Now, the British monarchy has held so much power for literal centuries over most of the world, but do we really know exactly what powers they've held? Well, no, and we probably never will. Secrets, children, her hair's full of them. And there's something very homey about the British monarchy and about how everyone is so invested, maybe when someone's getting married or someone's having a child. What is up, you guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host Eamon Hassan, and welcome back to another video. Now, I know you've noticed my accent by now, but I promise I don't know everything about Britain or the Queen. I'm not even from England, but I do know that she has a lot of secret powers, and I'm going to tell you some of them right now in today's video. These are the top 10 secret powers you didn't know the Queen had. Starting us off at number 10 is the law. Now, the Queen has the ever reassuring power of never being able to break the law. I mean, I guess not as far as British law goes. She can probably still break international law, obviously, but as for the law in the UK, she literally cannot be prosecuted because in theory, she is the law. But rest assured, she apparently is very careful about not breaking the law. The official royal website even says the Queen is careful to ensure that all her activities in her personal capacity are carried out in strict accordance with the law. So no, she's probably not about to go kill a bunch of people, but at that age I don't even think she'd be capable of doing so. Unless obviously you count Princess Diana, RIP. The whole thing was sus. That whole thing was so sus. But I was barely a baby when that happened, but still, it's haunted me till this day. Major conspiracy alert! Coming in at number 9 is travel. The Queen can go anywhere without a passport. That is right. Queen Lizzie doesn't have to worry about her passport expiring, or whether or not her passport picture came out looking good, or if she has the appropriate visa for wherever she's trying to go. All UK passports are issued under Her Majesty. She isn't required to have one since she is said Majesty. The rest of the members of the royal family, on the other hand, do have to carry them. But can you imagine what a flex that is? Now, before I got my Canadian passport, I had a Pakistani one, which was so low on the list of powerful passports, I literally needed a visa to step out of my house and breathe oxygen. Okay, no, that's not true, but I basically needed a visa for every country, and none of them were on arrival, so third world kids can really understand how clutch this is. Now, at number 8 is the Queen of Swans. I mean, why not, right? So this law is one that extends from medieval times, so at least somebody didn't recently decide that ownership of swans was a pressing matter. But yeah, apparently the reigning monarch retains the right to claim ownership of any unmarked mute swan swimming in open waters. So there's that. I don't know how useful this power is. Of course, I would love to be a swan whisperer myself and then just command them at will, but I guess she's the only one that gets to do that, or whatever. Filling our number 7 slot is the power of veto. As the monarch of the Commonwealth countries, the Queen has power of vetoing any bill that passes through Parliament. So basically, if she just really wasn't feeling something that day, she could just be like, no. Luckily, Queen Elizabeth and most monarchs before her seem to value the government, because the last monarch to veto a law was Queen Anne in 1708. But then again, I feel like the monarchy itself is more symbolic than it is a proper governing body. It's a status symbol and a representation of the old ways, I feel. Coming in at number 6 is voting. Considering the fact that the government is separate from the monarchy and that she's above the government, you might think that she wouldn't be allowed to vote so that the true democracy can go to the citizens of the UK. But you'd be wrong. She's actually very much allowed to vote, but she apparently doesn't like to do so. This is probably because of her desire to stay as politically neutral as possible, and I feel like if I was queen, I mean, I am a queen, but I mean the queen of a country, I would want to be vocal about which parties I believe in and which ones I don't. I mean, yes, of course, I would probably sway public voting a lot, but when has change ever come from not taking a stance? Change comes from taking a stand and believing in something, not being neutral, just eating popcorn waiting to see what happens. Coming in at number 5 is the power of pardon. This, like the Swan's power, is another one that she doesn't really use very much, but it was originally used largely to get people out of the death penalty, which doesn't even exist in the UK anymore. She did actually grant one of these released pardons posthumously to Alan Turing in 2013, who broke crucial codes in World War II, and another in 2001 to 2 inmates who saved a prison worker from being killed by a wild boar. I feel like Queen Elizabeth is very understated with using her powers for the most part, but she does bring out the big guns when necessary, and I like that about her. Now at number 4 is dissolving. No, the Queen can't magically dissolve in water like salt, but wow, if she had that power, I'd have made that number 1. Come on you guys, you know me better. No, Queen Elizabeth has the power to entirely dissolve Parliament. This doesn't mean totally abolishing it though, it basically means that she can fire every single member, which makes room for new members to be appointed and take their place. So it's not really dissolving, it's more like giving it an entire makeover. This wouldn't impact the Prime Minister or the Cabinet though, and the last time this even happened was in 1830, so I feel like it's very unlikely to happen anytime soon. At number 3 are the titles of honor. So the Queen is the only one that can present citizens with titles of honor. These usually go to people who accomplished amazing things like incredible volunteer work, making a scientific breakthrough, or making a piece of artwork. These titles don't actually do anything as far as power goes, like you don't get any special rights or anything, but you do sound a lot cooler. Just ask Sir Patrick Stewart or Dame Maggie Smith. You're telling me you wouldn't want to be a dame or a sir? I'd make everyone call me Dame Eamon Hassan. Even though it doesn't really have a ring, but I'm gonna do it anyway, so I don't care. Now at number 2 is command. The Queen, as short and sweet as she is, has the power to command the armed forces. Every British soldier does have to swear an oath to her before joining the forces, but it's more than symbolic in case you were wondering. If the Queen ever wanted to play an in real life game of Battleship or anything like that, the soldiers would have to listen to her. But she also has the power to delegate the responsibility of commanding the armed forces to somebody else. Enter the PM or the Secretary of Defense. The Queen is too busy to tell a soldier what to do, she's too busy just being a grandma and chilling in the palace. And finally, at number 1 is war. This one isn't that surprising since she is the head of a country, but she has the power to declare war on any country. Wow, sorry, I just felt a massive throwback to the British Empire when they literally colonized half the world, stripped them of all their valuable resources, and then shaped society for the rest of time. My bad. Now can you imagine little 94-year-old Elizabeth getting an angry look on her face and saying the words, "I declare war"? I mean, given some of the scary ass faces I've seen her make, I think I can actually picture that. But I feel like Prince William's just gonna come in and be like, "Granny, please relax, you missed your afternoon nap," or "Granny, let's talk about this over some tea." And that is it for today's video guys. Before I end the video, let's do some comment shoutouts from my video, Top 10 Scary Demonic Encounters on Tinder Part 2. This one is from Iris T. Sam, who says, "Oh thank goodness you are back, please don't do that again, I was so bored." You know, I was bored at home too. I had to spend a week at home. It took me like 2 days to get my COVID test back, and I was just sitting at home doing nothing. I mean, I was working from home, so I wasn't doing nothing, but I missed you guys too. The next one is from Matthew Fredericks, who said, "Imagine you find a good girl to go out with and it turns out she's possessed." That's why good people can't have nice things. This is what happens. You literally just finally find the one and she's possessed by Beelzebub. And you're like, okay, I literally guess I'll just go myself. The next one is from Carla Forson, who says, "Welcome back, Eamon. We have missed you. I'm glad you're feeling better. Take care." Oh, thanks! I'm glad I'm feeling better too. I don't know what that was. It was just severe allergies, but I don't even get seasonal allergies, but somehow right now I am, and I'm not vibing with it, you know? The next one's from Momo Jr., who said, "Damn, not even COVID could take this lioness down. Woot woot, love you, Eamon." I mean, let's not jinx it. I do have pretty bad asthma, so if I did get COVID, it'd probably be donezo for me, to be honest, so love you too. And the last one is from Gender Fluid Closet, who says, "Number 1, you're my favorite host, no cap. Thank you very much. Number 2, Tinder's kind of scary, not gonna lie. You don't know the person, but then go date them. And number 3, I wonder if you could do a top 10 scary movies that came to life." Okay, let me address everything. Firstly, I know online dating is weird, but I feel like in this day and age when you're not in school, it's hard to meet people, you know what I mean? And can I do a top 10 scary movies that came to life? I feel like we've done videos like that. Have we not? Producer Chris? We have. We should. Well, producer Chris knows all the videos we've done, so I feel like if he says we've done it, I believe him. And that is it, you guys. Thank you for your comments. As always, I've been your host, Eamon Hassan, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!